is there a fear with what has happened with Tipu Chandra Das? Are they scared that the country is moving towards religious fundamentalism?
Look, like in any transitional context, um, competing factions are seeking to sort of define the trajectory of Bangladesh's future. Within that, we do have a hardline group who wish to take Bangladesh to a direction which looks extremely worrying. And here, I suppose, this is related to Tipu's killing. Around the same time, we saw the attack on like the Daily Star and Proto. I
Yeah.
mean, that was more about like, their perceived alliance to India or them being Indian agents. But we also on the same night saw attacks against the Chayanot Cultural Institution in the capital, which has, historically been one of the oldest, even like before the founding of Bangladesh. And there it was also like the idea about that these were importing Indian cultural that these were importing Indian cultural practices, but also this cultural institution has historically been targeted by religious right. So there too, the police was just nowhere to be seen. So there is definitely like Bangladesh definitely it has a very crucial juncture where its identity is being wrestled with. And historically, this is not a new fight. It emerges in certain pivotal moments. And right now, aspects of Bengali culture that institutions like Chayanot embody, which the secular liberal segments of society would, essentially assert are integral to Bangladesh's identity, are seen as being foreign or being imported by the religious right. So, so that friction is there, and who ultimately will be able to sort of resolve this friction, or if one faction would have to concede to the other, remains to be seen, right? And that's why the upcoming elections are so important. Here, I suppose the interim government by either side has not been seen as doing enough, right? Like the secular liberal faction will say you didn't condemn those attacks strongly enough, or you did not manage to prevent them from happening, or you didn't. And the religious right will say that you are allowing this sort of Indian hegemony, cultural hegemony, or foreign hegemony to sort of continue to dictate Bangladesh. So that's why the elections are very, very crucial.